जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा नयन नाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्य लीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्य लीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्य लीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासुदेव गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पदकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. Vyasadeva wrote, Shrinvatam Shraddhaya Nityam, Grinatascha Svacheshtitam, Nati Dirgena Kalena Bhagavan Bishate Hridi. That you should hear SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM with faith every day. And you should make effort to do this and also to follow what is said. And very quickly, in a very short time, Bhagavan will come to reside in your heart. Bhagavan is already in our heart, but we are not realizing, as we heard some days back here in the verses, we are not realizing. But if we hear Harikatha, then we can realize His presence in our heart and we can worship Him. That is our natural constitutional function. So we heard that Maharaj Prithu was blessed by sages and citizens, they appreciated, and then also 4 Kumaras came to him. Yesterday we heard. They are not ordinary persons. They are pure Vaishnavas. So we heard it is very rare to get such opportunity and is a great fortune. So then Prithu Maharaj received them very nicely, washed their feet and took that water on his head and worshipped them everything and also spoke their glories. And he asked how the people, the people, they are in dangerous material existence due to their previous actions. Every jiva is made like that, is a conscious principle. And conscious principle means, conscious being means endowed with free will, relative independence we had what we want to do. So jivas, their first choice is that they want to serve Krishna or they want to enjoy Maya. So those jivas who want to enjoy Maya, they become conditioned, and they are in this dangerous material existence. And their aim, Prithu Maharaj told, their aim is only sense gratification, because misidentifying with the body, I am this body, so bodily necessities are my necessities. Everyone naturally thinking like this and trying for, but they cannot be happy, and there is suffering and all these things we have heard. So Prithu Maharaj asked for Kumaras how there can be any good fortune for them, for such people or such living entities. And he also told, we heard yesterday, that there is no need to ask you how are you. You are okay, you are bad, because you are always in spiritual bliss, because they are pure devotees, always in the service of Krishna on transcendental platforms, so they are not having any worldly distress or happiness, so no need to ask. And he said, you Vaishnavas, you are the only friends of the people in this world who are blazing in the fire of material existence. So I am asking you how those of us who are here in this material existence, how we can very soon achieve the ultimate goal of life. It is no need to think what is the goal of life. That Prabuddha Muni, he told to Nemi Maharaj, he said it is the goal of every living entity, every sentient living entity. Sentient means living entity who feels. It is their goal, same, all they have same goal. It is to get happiness and to remove distress. It is same for everyone. And that also they want permanent. Not for some time, but permanent. That is the goal. No need to say. That is, everyone is, even if they are not saying by words, but by their actions, they are showing that this is what they want to achieve. And it is natural. Why? Because we are Anu Satchidananda, small Satchidananda. Sat means eternally existing, Chit means conscious principle, and blissful. Our Gurudev used to say that if you ask someone you want to die, then no one will say, I want to die. Except those who want to commit suicide, but that is related to the third point. But generally, no one wants to die. So how it is possible that such desire can exist within us? Because this body is non-eternal. Something which is non-eternal cannot have a desire to remain eternally. It is beyond his capacity to think. So this desire that we don't want to die and we are trying to survive proves that within us that desire is there, which means we are eternally existing principle. And no one wants to remain full without knowledge, full. Everyone wants to get knowledge. It means we are knowledge principle, Chit. If you go to your mathematics teacher who just left body, dead body of your teacher of mathematics, Can you get any knowledge from that dead body? No, nothing. You cannot get. And so it is related to Atma, that knowledge principle. And everyone wants bliss, happiness. No one wants to suffer, because we are blissful principles, Satchidananda. That is why these desires are there. No one can deny. And they are not related to this body. If you pierce the body with needle, then that body will say, ow. No, I will not say. That body cannot feel anything. Feeling is related to Atma. When Atma leaves this body, then this Satchit Ananda principle is gone. You cannot trace it anymore. Also, some parents, there is a very small child, and he's giving them so much happiness. And but if that child suddenly he dies, means leaves that body, then parents will not get any happiness from that. So Satchid Ananda is related to the Atma, not to the body. And that we desire Satchidananda proves we are Satchidananda. But we are very small, Anu Satchidananda, particle of Satchidananda, and that is why we are also vulnerable to misuse our relative independence. We want to enjoy this Maya thinking we will get Satchidananda. But it is illusion. It is like phantasmagoria, optical illusion, like in desert. When there is sun, it will reflect to the sand particles. Then that reflection will show like there is a water there, but there is no water there. So those ignorant animals, they will run after that water, but there is no water, they will die in that desert. Like that, this Maya, our Gurudev told, is very dazzling. Looks like Satchidananda, but it is not. It has no permanent existence, it has no knowledge, and also no bliss. But we are illusioned, so we are trying for that. We are trying. That we are trying proves that we want that, and that we are particular of that. But because we are illusioned, we are running in wrong direction. So our Gurudev told, you have to write about turn. Write about turn means 108 degrees. Now you are going that side. Write about turn, or you turn. You have to go just the opposite. You have to go to Krishna, because he is Vibhu Satchidananda, full Satchidananda, and he is never under Maya. We can come under Maya when we become averse to Krishna. So the goal of every living entity is Satchidananda. No one can deny this. And that the person is not the body is also, our Gurudev told, is proved in any country in the world, whether theistic or atheistic. When someone dies, then that body they will burn or bury or throw or something. No one will keep that body thinking that was the person. And in no country will that body be allowed to vote, cast vote, because as long as chit is there inside, then it has free will to choose. I will vote this one or this one, but that body cannot do. So, and that bliss particle. So, no one in this world considers body to be the person. They may not say, but indirectly by their action they are showing. So, body is not the person. Person is Satchidananda. And that Satchidananda wants Satchidananda. Atma Vradrashtavya Shrotavya Mantavya Nidhyasitabhyo. Once Atma requires Paramatma. Atma requires Atma. So, that is the obvious goal of every living entity. But we are under illusion, we are not understanding. But by action it is proved, directly and indirectly. Shastra is saying directly, and our experience is proving it indirectly. Everyone is trying. But those who are trying in karmic, means karma way, fruitive activity, with false ego, then they cannot get. Only those who will surrender to bona fide Guru, Tasmad Gurum Prapadeta, Jigyasa Shreutamam, Shabde Parachanishnatam, Brahmani Upasamashram. Prabhupada Muni told to Nimi Maharaj that they cannot get. Only one who will surrender to Guru and will ask what is the ultimate goal of life, that service of Krishna, he can get. So here Prithu Maharaj is telling ultimate goal of life. But what is ultimate goal of life? It is to get Satchidananda, that means Krishna. Service of Krishna, everyone wants. And he also told to four Kumaras that Supreme Lord is always eager to elevate such fallen souls, conditioned souls, to his service. That is why he himself appears in this world in the form of pure devotees like you. Pure devotees are grace incarnate form of Supreme Lord, non-different from him. Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Kore Bhaktagana. That Krishna is gracing devotees or these conditioned souls in the form of Guru. Then we heard yesterday that Sanat Kumar, the best of the celibates, brahmacharis, after hearing the speech of Prithu Maharaj, which was meaningful, appropriate, full of precise words and very sweet to hear, smiled with full satisfaction and began to speak as follows. It was meaningful because he said the truth. This material existence is very dangerous. We can see at every step there is danger and there is suffering. Though we try for Satchidananda, for happiness and eternal life, all this we try, but we are not getting. All the time suffering and birth, death, old age, disease, and threefold afflictions, Adatmika, Adibhautika, Adidevika, all the time. So one who, like our Parangurudev told, one who will face the facts boldly, he will see what is really going on, then he can understand this is really very dangerous and not happy place. And Krishna himself told, Ashashvatam Dukkhalayam. This material world is not permanent and it is full of miseries. The Creator himself is telling, so it must be true. So, but we are in illusion, we are having false hopes. We are thinking if I will get this, then I will be happy. That is meaning of illusion. So now Prithu Maharaj is telling this is the reality. So how we can get any good fortune? How we can get ultimate goal of life? You are Vaishnavas, you know. So I am requesting you, then full of precise words and very sweet to hear, smiled with full satisfaction and began to speak as follows. They were happy to know, means to hear this question, because it is good question. The pure devotees, they come to this world to rescue us from Maya, to take us to Krishna for real life, blissful life. So they are happy when we inquire about this ultimate goal of life, service of Krishna. This they are happy. But if you tell them, oh Vaishnava Thakur, please give me car, give me fame, give me child, give me beautiful wife, give me this, all these things, then they will not be happy. They will be actually unhappy. Our Gurudev told, it is like a knife to their heart, because they want to rescue us from this worldly illusion, how we can be happy. So we should not inquire for those things. We should inquire what is for our eternal welfare, then they will be happy. Like when I was totally new, after a few months, then I took Harinam in India, then Gurudev came here, Slovenia, and then in Austria, I wanted to ask something, Gurudev, for how I should serve Krishna in certain circumstance. But I was thinking, I told Gurudev that for Arjuna it was very easy, because Krishna was directly in front of him. So directly he could ask him what I have to do, and Krishna is replying. So how I can know? Then Gurudev smiled like this, smiled with full satisfaction. Then by that smile of Gurudev, I understood that Krishna is now present also in front of me, in the form of Guru. If I ask him, then it is same, like Arjuna asking Krishna, it is same. If I ask Gurudev what I have to do in this circumstance, it is same, because Guru, bona fide Guru, is not different from Krishna, one with Krishna, or his representative, and Krishna sent him for this purpose. Message is the same, and that is life thing. If you read in Shastra, if you are surrendered, also from Shastra can lively give you grace, but it is generally more live if some realized soul you ask, then directly he will tell you according to your need, what you need in that circumstance. So here Prithu Maharaj asked them, 4 Kumaras, and Sanat Kumar, he is the best among them, but they are all pure devotees, and it is very nice. They are 4 brothers, 4 Kumaras, and they are always speaking Harikatha. Sometime one speaks Harikatha and 3 others they are listening, and then at another time another one is speaking Harikatha, and they all already know Bhagavatam and all Harikatha and everything they know, Siddhanta, everything they know, but still they are hearing. They are always 4, and they are always having program speaking Harikatha, because Harikatha is unlimited. So though you have heard so many times Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Jivas are coming from him by becoming awares, they are bound, this creation, all the you heard so many times. But when you are on real pure platform, then it is always new taste to hear, new happiness, because Krishna is unlimited. His jivas are unlimited, his material worlds, creation, all unlimited, and there is always new taste. So they are always having Harikatha program, 4 Kumaras. They don't need big assembly, therefore, but one will speak for the satisfaction of Krishna, and 3 will hear for the satisfaction of Krishna. Like this, then they will change. So Sanat Kumar Uvach, Sadhu Prishta Maharaja Sarva Bhuta Hitatmana Bhavata Vidusha Chapi Sadhuna Matir Idrishi. Sanat Kumar said, my dear King Prithu, I am very nicely questioned by you. Such questions are beneficial for all living entities, especially because they are raised by you, who are always thinking of the good of others. And we heard before already that 3 people will be benefited. One who asks, one who speaks, and one who listens, the General Assembly, all will be benefited by Harikatha. So those who are really compassionate to all jivas, they will ask such questions for the benefit of all. Although you know everything, Prithu Maharaj, he Shakti Avesh avatar, we heard, and also pure devotee. Although you know everything, you ask such questions because this is the behavior of saintly persons. Such intelligence is befitting your position. Our Gurudev told also that Devahuti mother, she also asked Kapil Bhagavan that I am fully in Maya, how I can be rescued. Then Kapil Bhagavan smiled, how you can be in Maya? I appeared from your womb. I cannot appear in the heart of someone who is in Maya. That is your humbleness. And you are not asking for yourself. You are asking for conditioned souls of this world. I will reply to you for them. This is the nature of pure devotees. They are always humble. And same Sanatana Goswami. He asked, who am I? Why I have to suffer all this? Then Mahaprabhu told you already know everything by the grace of Krishna. But it is the nature of sadhu to ask, to confirm it or to make it firm or for the benefit of others. So this is very good question. Sangamah kalu sadhunam ubhayesham cha samataha yat sambhashana samprashna sarvesham vitanoti sham. When there is congregation of devotees, their discussions, questions and answers become conclusive to both the speaker and the audience. Thus, such a meeting is beneficial for everyone's real happiness. That is why you have heard Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. After every Harikatha, he told thank you to all. Why? Because they are hearing. They want to hear Harikatha and he is speaking Harikatha, so it is beneficial for everyone. Or if someone asks you some question and he about spiritual matters, then you get opportunity to speak this. So you are grateful to them who want to know, who want to hear. As I told some days back, one devotee was having some difficulties in life, so she was not sure whether she should come to India for Kartik and ask Gurudev. Then Guru said, yes, in spite of your difficulties, you please come for our spiritual benefit. Gurudev did not say for your, but for our, means for everyone. We are all benefited if we serve Krishna. And then when she came, then Gurudev also told thank you. He said thank you for coming and participating. Why? Because this is beneficial for everyone. Those who know, also before Harikatha, Gurudev used to give Dandavat to in Hindi, if I can remember, Bhagavat Katha Shravan Pipashu, those who are thirsty for hearing Bhagavatam. I am giving my respect to them. So that is, those who are real devotees, they can understand this. Thus, such meeting is beneficial for everyone's real happiness. Asti eva rajan bhavato madhu dvishaha padarvindasya gunanuvadane ratir durapa vidhunoti naishtiki kamam kashayam malam antar atmanaha. Very nice. Sanat Kumar continued, my dear king, you already have an inclination to glorify the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such attachment is very difficult to achieve. But when one has attained such unflinching faith in the Lord, it automatically cleanses lusty desires from the core of the heart. Nashta Preshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya that Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Uttama Shloka that Naishtiki. When you hear daily Bhaktir I forgot, but when you daily hear Bhagavatam regularly, or you serve pure devotee Bhagavat, or both if you do, then you will come to this Naishtiki Bhakti, unflinching faith and service. And this will remove all anarthas, kama, krodha, lobha, everything. When you come to the stage of Naishtiki Bhakti Nishta, then that is almost destroyed. Nashta prayeshu, nashta pray, almost, not fully, nishta, but up to such an extent that those anarthas will not divert you from your constant engagement in the service. Nishta, kirtanya sadahuri, you can do all the time. Those anarthas will not put obstacle. Before they are diverting you and we are wasting time and other engagement, all these things. But after Nishta, that is constant engagement. But that heart is not yet fully clear. Up to Bhav stage, even in Bhav stage, there is some trace of maybe there. But the Prema stage, there is fully, you are pure. That you remember Bharat Maharaj. He left palace, not that ordinary house. He left palace. He was king and very beautiful wife and everything, all opulence. He left, went to forest to do bhajan, and he was having bhav stage, ecstatical symptoms, also everything. But due to will of Supreme Lord, some prarabdha karma was still there. He had that nature to take care of living entities because he was king on bodily platform. So as you know, that deer came, that was by the arrangement of Supreme Lord, Bishwan Chakur Thakur explained, to increase his devotion, to make a boost, and to fully clear him. So Bharat Maharaj became attached to that deer. He wanted to take care of him, and because of that he lost his practice, but he did not lose his consciousness. When he left body and he became a deer, in that life he could remember why he became a deer. That consciousness was there. There are some persons, Srila Bhakti-Raghava Kakshidhar Goswami Maharaj explained, who can remember their past lives. There is some specific Sanskrit word, I forgot now, Jatishwara or something. They can clearly remember their past life. They can know, I was in that place and that in that closet, that thing is there, everything. There are some examples and it can be proved that reincarnation. So, and he also could remember, and he understood, yes, this was my mistake. Then in that life as a deer, he did not associate with other deers. He went to stay near ashram of sadhus, and there he used to take remnants of their food, what they threw plates there. He took their remnants, and from outside, through the window, that ashram, he was hearing kirtan and harikatha. Then, after giving up that birth of a deer, he became again human, Joram Bharat, pure devotee, a fully realized soul in that. So it was arrangement of Krishna for him like this. So that is why we have to always be careful to keep sadhu sangha and proper regulative practice to become fully purified. We should never proudly think, now I achieved, now I got like this. Then if any pride comes, then Krishna will surely make you fall down to give you a lesson, to show you what is in your heart. So always, if we keep Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote there in Bhajan Rahasya that these are the stages, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Guru Padasha, Bhajana Kriya, Nartana Nishta, all this, he said, but you have to be careful that on the way, due to bad association, either from without or from within, from your mind, bad association, that desire for pratishta may come. That will put obstacle to your progress. That desire for name and fame. Shastreshu iyan eva sunishchito nrinam kshemasya sadryak vimrisheshu hetuhu asanga atma vyatirikta atmani dridaratir brahmani nirgune cha ya. It has been conclusively decided in the scriptures, after due consideration, that the ultimate goal for the welfare of human society is detachment from the bodily concept of life and increased and steadfast attachment to the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental beyond the modes of material nature. Shastra is coming from Supreme Lord. That is reality. And we can know if we surrender, we can understand. So he's saying that all scripture, conclusion of all scripture, and after due consideration, means you are thinking deeply what Shastra is saying. And you have to hear from bona fide Guru to understand. Brahma himself, he is the most intelligent. He studied Vedas, all Vedas. We cannot study, they're so vast, we cannot, especially not in Kali Yuga. But he studied all Vedas, not once, 3 times. Then he came to conclusion that surrender to Supreme Lord is the point. And he told us, so for us it is not necessary to study all the Vedas. Already he told what is the conclusion. And especially in Kali Yuga, our Gurudev told that there is no time. Time is very short. And you don't know when you will have to give up this human body. So you don't go here and there. You just hear Bhagavatam, SRIMAD Bhagavatam. There everything is there. Essence of all script, quintessence of all scriptures, and everything is there. What is in the Vedas, Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra, Puranas, everything is in Bhagavatam conclusion and very clear. Because Narad told Vyasadeva, you have to make it very clear. There is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha and some devotion, but not clear. You have to make it clear. So Bhagavatam is the last message, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told you hear Bhagavat Shravan. So here, for Kumaras, they are saying it is in all scriptures. The conclusion is you have to give up this bodily conception of life. I am this body. And you have to get attachment to Supreme Lord, your eternal Master. He is transcendental, beyond the modes of material nature, means eternal. So this we have to accept. It is full Bhagavatam is only about this. So many times repeated, same message, in different words from different persons, but same message all the time. Sashradaya Bhagavad Dharmacharya Jigyasaya Dhyatmika Yoga Nishtaya Yogeshwaro Pasanaya Chanityam Punya Shrava Kathaya Punyaya Cha. Very nice. Attachment for the Supreme can be increased by practicing devotional service, inquiring about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, applying Bhakti Yoga in life, worshipping the Yogeshwara, means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by hearing and chanting about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These actions are pious in themselves. Punya. Shrava Kathaya Punyaya Cha. Our Gurudev told how you can increase love. You can increase love only by loving. There is no other way, not by any other thing. You have to serve. Then that attachment will increase. When you serve, then you will get attachment, what you serve. So sadhus, pure devotees, they want to detach us from service to Maya, because that will not give what we want, what we need, and they engage us in the service of Krishna. First, in a regulated manner, because we don't have natural liking and natural taste. So they are convincing us, persuading us, explaining us, and by their own example, explaining everything. Then they are engaging us in the service of Krishna in a regulated manner. This, you hear about Krishna, you speak about Krishna, you chant his name, you follow Ekadashi for Krishna. This all you apply. They are very pious actions, means good actions. Then by practicing this, then automatically you will get detachment from this world and attachment to Krishna. Then when our heart will be purified of all anarthas in this regulated manner, then that natural attachment, rag, will automatically appear in our heart. Then spontaneously and with great liking, with strong desire and with great taste, we will worship, we will serve Krishna, love Krishna. That will come if we practice properly under the guidance of bona fide Guru. Then that will happen. And even after that, hearing, chanting will go on, but also inside your heart you will get that seva in lila by the grace of Gurudev. Then gradually you can attain that lila of Radha Krishna. There in Gita, Arjun said to Krishna, you told to control mind, but I think that is very difficult. It is like trying to control the wind. Then Krishna said, yes, it is very difficult, no doubt. Ashankshay Mahabaho Durnigrama Chanchala Kimana Krishna Pramati did that verse. That yes, Krishna says yes, mind is very restless, very difficult, but it is not impossible. It is possible by Abhyas Yoga and Vairagya. Abhyas Yoga means you have to practice repeatedly, again and again, like a habit. You have to practice. And Vairagya, you have to practice detachment. Then here, our Gurudev explained this Vairagya has two meanings. One is detachment to non-eternal things. Another is attachment, Vishishta Parampurusha Raga, that attachment to Supreme Lord is actually Vairagya. Special attachment, Vishishta Parampurusha Rag, the special attachment to Krishna, that is also called Vairagya. Vairagya, special rag, special attachment to Krishna. So this we have to practice, and we have to give importance on this positive practice. If someone will say, I will not think about money, I will not think about this sense enjoy, I will not, then you will think, indirectly you will think. So that detachment, dry detachment will not work. Like yogis, that Ashtanga yogis, Hatha yogis, they try, Buddhists, Gyanis, they try to detach themselves by practicing this withdrawal of senses, withdrawal of mind, that detachment only. But that process is very difficult, and also you will again become attracted unless you get higher taste. So devotees, they practice attachment to Krishna, service to Krishna, and by that automatically they are not thinking other things, they are not doing other things. Our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote one book, Prem Pradip. It is similar like Jaiva Dharma, but it is going on in Braja Dham. Jaiva Dharma is going on in Navadip, Godrum, Mayapur, that place. Babaji is there discussing and aspirants, and then in Puri also. But this Prem Pradip is going on in Brindaban, Brajadham, Govardhan, and those places. Their Babajis and their aspirants. So in that book, there is one Yogi Babaji. He's telling, I practiced the Shravan Kirtan, but my senses were not controlled. Only after by yoga practice I controlled my senses, then I could taste that ras after that and worship. Then another Babaji said, because there was some defect in your practice of Shravan Kirtan. You were not doing under the guidance of pure devotee and like a fruitive activity. So you could not get that result. So in that case, yoga was helpful for you, but there is also much danger. In that path, it may be diverted. But if someone worships deity of Supreme Lord under the guidance of pure devotee, then automatically he will think of deity and will engage his senses and articles in deity. So attachment to Supreme Lord will happen simultaneously with detachment to this non-eternal world. No need one after another, and it is more safe because while doing already you will start to get higher taste. It is not dry, and hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita. So then there are so many other discussions also. Then there was one man, aspirant, who was very much inclined to go through that process. Like first I will practice Ashtanga Yoga, then after attaining that liberation, then I will worship Krishna. And there were one or two, I forgot, the aspirants. They were hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita and worshipping deity and this, so they got very quickly, they got Prem very quickly through that process, and they could understand Rasa Tattva, but that person was still counting Rechaka, Puraka, Kumbhaka, like 16 times, chanting mantra, then 64 times, then 32 times. He was practicing that asanas, pranayama, all this he was practicing. So it took a long time, and there are dangers that you will deviate because no higher taste. That vairagya is dangerous. But these two, I think they were two, they were hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita and that Harikatha and doing bhajan, they very quickly got. So that book is very nice. And about impersonalism and so many points. It is not, it is much shorter than Jaiva Dharma, but is similar. There, the story is going on and they are discussing. So here, for Kumaras, they are saying, this is how one can get ultimate goal of life, by this process. And Rupa Goswami told that this, especially these 5 forms of sadhana, sadhu sangha, nama kirtan, bhagavat shravan, maturavas, and Srimurti Irshadaya Sevan, they are very powerful. Little connection with them, even without faith, unknowingly. If one does not have any offenses in his heart from before, if he comes in little contact with them, means little he will practice any of these 5, he will get prema very quickly. They are so potent, this chanting of the name, sadhu sangha, hearing Bhagavatam, staying in holy place, and serving deity with faith very quickly. But if there is presence of offenses, then it will take some more time to rectify those offenses through service, but they are more powerful. So even unknowingly, if someone does, like some examples in Shastra, that bird was circumambulating the temple when hunter shot him, unknowingly he was falling down and circumambulating the temple, he got that benefit. He immediately got human birth and sadhu sangha and got devotion. And one mouse, unknowingly she offered one dip to deity. And Prahlad Maharaj, in past life, he fasted on Rishinga Chaturdashi unknowingly. So all these sadhanas, bhakti sadhanas, they have such power. They will work even if you do unknowingly. So what to speak of if someone will do consciously, knowingly, with faith. So this is what we have to do. And then according to degree of our conditioning from before, that much fast we can be purified and attain ultimate goal of life. So yes, attachment to Supreme Lord can be increased by practicing devotional service. That is how, inquiring about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you ask about Him, applying Bhakti Yoga in life, worshipping the Yogeshwara, deity worship, and by hearing and chanting about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These actions are pious in themselves. So tomorrow we will further hear what they instructed. This is Bhagavatam. This is Bhagavat Parampara. What Maitreya was speaking to Vidur, that is Bhagavat Guru Parampara, hearing Bhagavat Mark. And 4 Kumaras also, Prabhupada mentioned there in one book, I have to see, from 4 Kumaras also this Bhagavatam came. So just by hearing, you will get that ultimate goal of life. But must be proper source, bona fide Bhagavat, and you have to hear with devotion, with surrender. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Gandharvika Giridhari Jiu ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatatatmak Shri Gaura Hri ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango Shri Radha Nayananath Jiu ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Dev ki Jai. Jai Patit Pavan Shila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Parang Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Guruvarya ki Jai. Jai Shri Panchatattva Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Brinda Devi Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Sarva Vigna Vinashanakari Shri Nrishingadev ki Jai. Jai Shri SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM ki Jai. Jai Shri Prithu Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Four Kumaras ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda ki Jai. Jai Samagatam Bhakta Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Gaur Pramanande Hari Bol. Thank you all. Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol.